fine. Probably top 5 GBA game for me for sure.
Superstar
Just so
Saga
much.
was one of the very few RPGs I actually enjoyed.
Yeah. Well, what other RPGs have you played that you just really haven't enjoyed? Because I think that the genre is actually good as a whole. It's just certain games are pretty bad.
I mean, of course, I like the Pokemon games. I like Earthbound. I like Mother 3, Superstar Saga. I haven't played a lot of Paper Mario, but what I have played, I have enjoyed.
Oh man, yeah, Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door are really good. I know Super Paper Mario isn't much of an RPG, but my only problem with that game really, it has a really good story, but the game feels like it's a bit too easy, especially the bosses.
What, Super Paper Mario?
Yeah.
I didn't really think it had much of a story when I rented it.
No, the story is really good.
I just remember it having really clever writing, because it's a lot of jokes on the video game industry. Alright, so first of all, I didn't expect this to be a flat-out remake of, Superstar Saga. I was expecting, like, a port of Superstar Saga with extra content. But it's a remake!
Man, I just can't wait to hear a re.
You said what?
Oh, I knew it was going to be a remake, probably. I don't see what. I didn't know that.
You're muting. You keep dropping.
No, a port of Superstar Saga would be something that they'd probably do in the DS era.
No, but I was expecting, like, I don't know, Superstar Saga with extra missions and all this stuff. I didn't expect a flat-out remake, considering that they used the DX moniker, which turned out to be false. So I'm thinking about this leak like, what? It's not.
Oh man, but when they revealed like the other game logo and it confirmed that it was at some sort of event that was leaked alongside it, I knew it was real.
Ugh.
Man, it just I
Oh
can't wait
no.
to hear some of the remix soundtrack. Could you
Wait, hold
imagine
up.
how?
I'm listening to it right now. I'm not liking this remix.
What's the remix of?
It's just a remix of the boss theme.
Oh, is the boss remix not that good?
I mean, I can't really hear it too in depth, but it's not sounding great.
Well, maybe I'll listen to it later. Hopefully it's not one of those cases where the old soundtrack sounds better.
Wait, excuse me? They added in a new mechanic called Emergency Guard.
Oh, is it gonna be?
You can like block. You can straight up block attacks.
Hmm. I thought that's kind of an odd addition because I thought that the counter attacking with the jumps and hammers would be enough.
I'm assuming you can. Assuming that they use the word emergency, I'm assuming there's a limit on it. You still take.
Maybe it's part of like an easy mode or something.
You still take damage, but I think it's like half damage.
Kind of reminds me of the guard mechanic in Paper Mario, because when someone was about to like hit you in Paper Mario, you could press A at a right moment to mitigate some of the damage. And in Thousand Year Door, there was a counter attack version of it that was more precise, called a Super Guard.
Jump out of here real quick. We beat Kuhuro, so we're gonna jump out of here and jump to a different save file.
Now I wish I had a 3DS.
We're just gonna switch to a different save
Oh,
file.
you can probably get a regular 3DS pretty cheap these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you could get like probably the old model, because even though they're trying to push like the new model out, I feel like the old model still holds up well. Only 3DS I have is the very first model, and you can get those easily for about $50 maybe. And chargers are really plentiful.
Yo, what's your opinion on the main presentation?
Okay, I haven't seen the presentation myself, but I already know everything that happened based on the lists. I'm kind of hesitant to say like it was the best part of E3 because they mostly just showed, yes, Metroid Prime 4 is coming out, but they didn't really show much gameplay. But I'm really hyped about the announcements, like Metroid Prime 4 and the Metroid 2 remake on 3DS. That's actually really pleasant. Sure, there's no Smash Bros, but I'm not gonna hate on it just because I didn't get what I wanted.
Dude, I'm super hyped for that Kirby though.
Oh, the Kirby game actually looks
It's
nice.
like it's like Return to
funny 'cause-
Dreamland X Kirby Superstar.
But we're about to jump into
Yeah,
quest here.
I
This is a
recently
brand
played
new,
Superstar
mode added to
a
this
few
game,
months
and
ago
as
as
you
my
mentioned,
first
there are
Kirby
all
game.
kinds
I'm
of
trying to get into the
memorable
series because
characters
surprisingly I
with
never really played it.
You've just now played Kirby?
Stands on all of
Excuse
them,
me.
because we get
Yeah,
a whole
surprisingly, I
additional
just never
story
really got
that takes
into it
place
when I was
alongside
younger,
the
and
story of
I'm
Oh
Superstar
actually
my
Saga.
surprised
goodness.
that I
So,
hadn't
if
because
you
the
loved
games are
that
super
story,
fun.
there's way more of it
I mean, the
involved.
first Kirby game I played was what was it, Nightmare in Dreamland when I first played it, and I thought it was really dumb.
This tells the story
And then
of
I
what
played through
happened,
the entire
to
game in
Kirby's
like one
adventures,
day,
what happened to all of the
just
cities, the
to
better
beat it, and
transformation
now
kingdoms.
it's my favorite Kirby game. I love that series.
It has a
But
completely
Yeah.
more of the
One thing that I,
system, so this is
what?
definitely not a
one game,
throwaway
two
mode.
games that
It's
I'm
by
probably
no
gonna
means
get
small.
for the
It's
3DS are
huge.
Triple
There's a whole
Deluxe and
story,
Robobot
and
because I
we're
heard
gonna
those
jump
two
right in.
games
I'll
are
explain a bit
super
of the
fun.
mechanics later, but
I mean, a lot of
this
people
is
like
a
Triple
full
Deluxe and
description of what it
Robobot,
looks
but
like,
I haven't
and
been
it
feeling
takes
them.
you to Captain Goomba.
I mean, that's just me.
Brave Captain
It's
Goomba.
more of an aesthetic thing rather than actual
Yes.
gameplay.
He's the guy
Because
with
I
the
prefer
sled
the
on the
pixel
left,
art style that
and
was
as
in
you
the
can
other
see, it's
things
brand
because
new stuff.
motion
Yeah,
blur motion looks so much
pixel art
better.
style does
But it's
age the
captain.
best
It's your job to
personally.
make sense of the chaos.
But
So,
honestly, for
a
me,
lot's
what's
going on
important
right
most
now,
in the
but
game is
before
the
you can go
gameplay
into battle,
itself. Because
Yeah.
how
sure,
you choose your units,
sure,
how
I
you
might
place
deduct
them,
points if the
how you deploy them in
graphics
battle,
maybe
and then
don't
how
hold up as
you put
well,
their
or
special
maybe
skills
if
as
I'm not a
paramount
big
to
fan of the
winning.
art
Now,
style,
I must
but
say, this is a
it's
special
not
save
as
dedicated to
important as
Chaos
the
Live.
gameplay
I'm
itself.
pretty
Well,
fun
yeah,
here. Pretty
I'm
powerful.
aware of
Only,
that.
the only thing that I would complain about the graphics is if it affected the gameplay, like if the object didn't look like you could interact with it.
What even is this that's going on the stream? There's just a bunch of enemies fighting each other.
Hold on, let me take a look at it again.
And when you can see, oh, he just used his captain commands. So captain commands are a huge part of the experience, and I just used one myself. But basically, you only get so many captain points, which allow you to use captain commands.
Oh,
and
it
you
was
have to
that
be
thing that they
really smart
announced, because
about
not
it.
only did it say
So
Yeah.
Superstar DX, but it was also Bowser's minions.
Yeah, I
So
don't
this
get
is probably
what happens in this.
You can increase the
It's
stats
probably
of
just to add on minigame.
I got that it's a mini game, but how does it work? I just see enemies jumping at each other, and I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly. Maybe I'll look back at it.
This is Yoshi Theater. And
They
this
said
is
another
the
thing
one
with
that's
Superstar
starting.
Saga, but I didn't
This
hear
is,
what it was.
It's what they like to
Like
do
before
without
they
a
pulled it
judge.
up.
Yeah, but personally, I wonder if how they're gonna top the minigame of, like in Bowser's Inside Story, probably one of the best minigames were these timing minigames where you had the special moves, but you could do infinite combos and you tried to see how long you could sustain it, like how many hits on the enemies, and there was a really, really fun boss gauntlet.
Ah.
Like the boss gauntlet in Bowser's Inside Story is probably one of the most challenging boss gauntlets that I've probably faced. It's maybe not as challenging or long as, let's say, a Pit of 100 Trials, but
Be a good captain, and you want to be a good captain, I think.
I just want to see what they got next.
yeah, I wonder if they're gonna have like a gauntlet
That'll give you an idea
in
what
the
makeup of
Superstar Saga
your
remake. That would actually be
troops
really
will be.
awesome.
For instance, I've been fighting with Captain Goomba. He's
I'm
kind of
just
my go-to.
baffled that this
Big fan of
exists.
his, big fan. But, we also have other captains
I'm,
that you can unlock.
I was expecting just an enhanced port, and it's a full-on remake. And not a single game in the Mario and Luigi series up to this point has gotten a remake.
You can do whatever you want with your troops, but I think it's nice to have
Maybe if they
a good,
remake,
well-rounded
if they
melee squad, a
remake
ranged squad, and a flank
Partners in
squad.
Time, they could probably fix some of the problems that that game had.
Yeah.
Because that game is, I think that game is
Absolutely,
decent.
and
It
then
just,
even as you
it does have
encounter,
a lot of
different
flaws in my
enemies and
opinion.
different troops, you're still gonna have to change it up a bit. So
Like, I
it's not
think
like
that
you
it's
build,
enjoyable to an
4
extent,
troops
but
and then you're set. You still
not
have to change it
enough
up
for
based
me
on
to
what
call
you're
it
going to
good.
encounter. But let's
Alright, I'm reading this,
Captain Shy Guy.
reading chat.
And he's gonna take
Super
down
Paper
the
Mario
zombies.
has an amazing story.
Which is
I
only
didn't really realize that there was much of a story. I don't think anyone saw this coming at all. Yeah, no one saw this coming at all.
So I'm going to
Love the
actually
mini
skip through
games.
this cutscene,
Yeah.
not because
First Kirby game I
the
played was
dialogue is
Superstar
delightful,
Ultra.
because it is,
Well,
but,
fam, you came in late.
spoil anything. But I do want to note that you can
Alright.
actually, once you've played through a level, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So distractible. So distracting.
I'm trying to
Once you've played through a level, you
keep
can
up
actually
with
turn
the
off
stream.
cutscenes so that when you return to it,
Okay,
you
just
don't
tell
have
me
to
what
play through them
happens,
again.
because
So
I'm
if you
not
wanna go
viewing the
back
stream
to,
right now.
grind to get more
They
units,
just
or
keep
get more experience points.
they just keep doing these Bowser's Minions mini
You
games.
don't have to relive those scenes if you don't want to. Oh, you're absolutely free to.
I wonder if this is multiplayer.
The captain points, and those are on the touchscreen on the lower screen.
Not really.
3DS. You can see those.
I'm not too sure about that.
I mean, like the Bowser's Minions mini game.
How you choose to use them is really important, because if you use them all up,
I want the GameCube multiplayer thingy to come back though, because that thing is that's pretty much lost at this point, unless you have like. Because if you put Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga into a GameCube using the Game Boy Player, you could play the entire game co-op.
Oh, you mean like with multiple controllers?
Yeah. One person controls Mario, one person controls Luigi, and all that stuff. And I wish that what blanking. I hope that comes back, although I don't think it will. That would be pretty fucking lit if it did, but eh.
I mean, I tried to do that with Breath of the Wild when I brought it once, and with one Joy-Con each, and
Wow.
it was really bad. I think I got mad because...
Why would you try that?
Because I was curious to see how well it would work, and surprised it doesn't work very
Was
well.
one person working the camera and everything else, and the other person just walking?
Well, the other person has rooms, so I could like place bombs and use magnesis and stasis and all that.
That's like doing two bros, one controller. That's just terrible. Oh, that new Mario Odyssey trailer is so great though, and I love the music.
Like the music is good, is really good. Now I know this doesn't apply to Odyssey's music, but what's strange enough is that Grant Kirkhope is doing the soundtrack for the Mario Rabbids game.
What?
It's a bit of a rough spell.
Yeah.
Where was this confirmed?
Twitter.
This is just a giant. That game is just a giant mess.
So the Rabbids
I mean, like I saw Rabbids and Mario, and I saw the artwork and whatnot. I'm like, this is just simple. It's just gonna be a strategy game. But then I watched it. It just looks so boring. There's nothing that stands out.
It's trying to be like XCOM in a way, but
Ugh.
it's just a meme.
And the thing is, I was watching the Direct, and they mentioned that they considered putting the Rabbids in Mario Kart, but instead they decided to make an entire fucking game. You could have just put one Rabbid as a playable character in Mario Kart 8, and I would have been fine with that. But no, y'all had to take it 50 steps further.
You know what's actually a funny story that I have?
What?
Did I ever tell you about this one kid at school that has an irrational hate for Splatoon?
No.
I still don't understand your hate for Mario Kart 8, but you at least explained your reasons. This kid just doesn't. He's saying like, Splatoon is just all terrible. I hate everything about it, cuz. And when I brought it in, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, he refused to play because we played on the Splatoon battle map.
Wow.
He wanted me to exit out of Urchin Underpass because he hates everything about Splatoon.
Oh.
He also chose me to change from the Inkling.
Wow. What a jip. Melee and Knuckles. Dude, this chat has been irritating me all day, because every time I look, I see at least one Melee HD on the screen.
It's like Mother 3. Let it die. Let the dream die.
Okay, but Mother 3 is something they could do easily, without people getting mad.
Could, but I know that they won't.
But without people getting mad. With Melee HD, there's so much they have to consider.
Like, I know that Mother 3 was never going to be revealed this year. And surprise, surprise, it wasn't.
It might. I could see it being revealed at the Treehouse, because it's like a virtual console type thing. Because they teased it like 3 years ago, though.
Like, come on. Well, they did the same thing with like the Star Fox, and we got Star Fox Zero, but nothing.
Yeah, but it still came out.
Honestly,
We still got the Star Fox.
Yeah, now since it's sold like utter shit, we know that it's probably going to be a dormant or dead franchise.
Well, yeah, but that's Nintendo's fault.